Someone who comes to the border to request asylum will be turned back to American authorities, as happens right now when someone comes to an official border crossing and requests asylum.
Every now and again, Rebel News is able to move the dial in the right direction on an issue that really matters. We always try and share with you the other side of the story, but we also try and mount what we call campaigns. We did it back in April of last year when the communist Anne McGrath was running for Rachel Notley's NDP. You might remember our communist billboard. That was probably one of my favorite campaigns. One of my other favorite campaigns is when we fought the government, when we fought Justin Trudeau for access to the federal leaders' debate. Just a few months ago, back in 2019, when Justin Trudeau was trying to bar dissenting outlets that were critical of him, from asking questions at the federal leaders' debate in Gatineau, well, we took him to court and we won. We won by a landslide, and we were able to ask more questions. Rebel News was able to ask more questions than any other media outlet. It was an amazing experience to be able to hold Justin Trudeau to account in person.
Since your multiple use of blackface became an international scandal, Canada's international reputation has been irreparably harmed. Have you reached out to any African leaders or any leaders from the Middle East to apologize for your conduct?
Canada will continue to engage in a positive, constructive way around the world, standing up for human rights.
Keean, RNN, have you, your campaign, or any other agents secured non-disclosure agreements from anyone about inappropriate sexual personal conduct?
No.
Mr. Prime Minister, you left West Point Grey Academy in the middle of a term, which is highly unusual. It was a law firm that made this announcement, which is also highly unusual. Sir, can you tell us the real reason why you left so abruptly? And did it involve any kind of sexual misconduct at the school?
I wrote 3 pages on that in my autobiography, and it involved absolutely nothing of the sort of the rumors that you're trying to spread.
Well, by golly, we have done it again. And it was at Roxham Road, our campaign to close the border, which you can see at CloseTheBorder.ca. 15,000 Canadians have signed the petition to close the border at Roxham Road. That is the notorious border crossing where illegal migrants come from Clinton County in New York State and come into Canada for gold-plated healthcare and gold-plated Social Security. This is happening, and it was happening at an unprecedented time in Canadian history when we are facing the worst public health crisis that we have ever seen. Roxham Road should have been closed years ago, but now it was finally time that it was closed once and for all. Now, our campaign was successful. Roxham Road was closed after Rebel News was the only media outlet to report on the ground what was happening there.
Do you guys realize you're jeopardizing the health and safety of every Canadian by not screening these illegal immigrants for coronavirus? Do you even care?
Where are you from?
Je suis Congolais.
The Congo?
Ouais.
Have you been checked for the coronavirus? Where'd you get those designer bags? Where have you guys been? Have you been to any viral hotspots? Have the RCMP checked you at all? Have the RCMP checked you at all for coronavirus? Sir, why do you think it's your right to come into this country?
Now, a few media outlets were concerned about what was happening. They said that it shouldn't be happening during a global public health crisis. But Rebel News was on the ground, and we were able to do it through support from you, from your support signing our petitions, from your financial support to get us on the ground. Of course, it's not cheap getting us to Roxham Road, but we were able to do it because of your help. Now, this campaign was successful, but we're not sure how long that is going to last. You know Justin Trudeau as well as I do, which means he's going to be on Roxham Road as soon as he possibly can, as soon as he feasibly can be there, as public pressure starts to ease on him. begging illegal immigrants to come into this country. You remember this pathetic tweet as much as I do. Even in the middle of this public health crisis, he still hasn't thought it prudent to delete that disgraceful tweet. We're not sure why he wants illegal immigrants in this country so much, whether he just wants them to be able to get gold-plated healthcare or whether he just prefers them over Canadians. We don't know, but all we do know is we're going to have to continue our coverage on Roxham Road because one day it will be reopened. Go to CloseTheBorder.ca and sign the petition to let Justin Trudeau know that that's not acceptable to us. And if you want to pitch into our coverage so that we can stay on this beat, you can do so there. Now, we are going to continue our coverage even in the middle of this global pandemic, this public health crisis. News media is an essential service. And as long as the CBC's doors are open, ours have to be open so that we can share with you the other side of the story. If you want to help us out with our broader coverage in the middle of this crisis, I think our coverage is more important than ever. You can go to helprebelnews.com, and if you can pitch in a few bucks there to keep our doors open and our lights on so that we can keep sharing with you the other side of the story, it would go a long ways to keeping our editors in their chairs and me on the beat. For Rebel News, I'm Keean Bexte. Hey, thanks for watching our coverage. Please go to helprebelnews.com to see what we're doing in the middle of this global pandemic, the coverage that we're providing, and the help that we need from you.